Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My apologies for, there we go, sorry about that. My apologies for not uploading for the last couple weeks. Honestly, I've just been slacking. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you guys. I've just been slacking. So that's kinda, my idea for today's video. We're just kind of gonna have a chit chat video. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about things that I feel like I should be doing better at, and what's been distracting me from those things, and how I'm planning to do them better, as well as a couple ideas I have for the future of things to help grow my relationship with the Lord, and hoping that those types of things will encourage you, to better your relationship with the Lord. So that's kind of what today's video is going to be. So I have a habit of getting these ideas in my head of like things I want to do, and then like I just fall behind and don't do them. For example, like I have this adorable flannel. Sorry about that. This adorable planner. It's from 24-25. I don't really care, but it just looks like this on the inside, and it sorry. Here's what a divider looks like, and then hang on, I just want to show you what the calendar looks like real quick. And then this is the cute little calendar. It's so cute. It's like adorable. So I've had this for a while, and I've been wanting to make it into something faith-based, something I can take with me on the go that has really strong elements of my faith. I was thinking of doing it based off prayer. I was thinking of doing it based off scripture verses, just a bunch of different things. Have this idea for a while, haven't started it. That's one example. I have my, this one I'm not as behind on. Sorry, I'm getting so close to the camera there. This one I'm not as behind on, but I am behind on. I'm behind on my answer prayers journal. Not by much. I just didn't do April. I've shown a video of this before. These are just the prayers that the Lord has answered for me for each month of the year. That's December. So I'm behind on that. Like I said, not by much, just April. So, sorry, my husband's walking by. You can see him, maybe. I don't know. But, so, I have been trying to, sorry, he would have been over there if he was in the shop. But, that was my closet. Anyway, so those are just a couple of examples. I'm behind on my prayer plan, or just a bunch of things. I don't have to list off everything. So, what does this have to do with today's video? Well, I want to say that nobody is perfect in this world, and this world is full of brokenness and sin, and it's okay if you have goals. They don't have to be faith goals, like mine are mainly faith goals, but whether it's trying to lose weight, or it's trying to learn a new skill, or whatever it may be, and you've fallen behind on it, don't beat yourself up about it. The best thing you can do is say, Lord, I'm sorry that I have fallen behind. I have allowed other distractions in this world, whether it's social media or music or whatever it is for you. For me, it's those little videos on Facebook. If you watched any of my previous videos during Lent, I had mentioned about how I had given those up for Lent, and which was really beneficial, and I kind of jumped right back into them after Lent was over, and that has definitely distracted me from doing things that draw me closer to the Lord. Actually, it pulls me more towards the secular world in this life, and I always want to try to focus on the next life. So that's something I've been struggling with. I have to like set a timer or something and tell myself I can only watch them for like an hour a day throughout the whole day. And when I start watching, like start the timer, and then when I stop watching, turn the timer off, and then restart it again later or something like I have to do something like that, because if I just go on there aimlessly, I'm just gonna watch and watch and watch. So like that's a struggle that I have, but I wanted to share that struggle with you all because even though I don't have a big following here, I do have people who watch my videos, and I want them to see that I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I get distracted. I do all of these things that hinder my relationship with the Lord. So and that makes me mad at myself because I've allowed that to happen. You know, like I have so many things I want to work on. You know, I have this faith planner that I want to create with all major aspects of the Christian faith. I haven't worked on that. You know, I want to work on that little planner that I mentioned. Haven't worked on that. So yeah. So it happens. It happens to all of us. And that just means that we are human, that we make mistakes, that we fall behind. And like I said, that's okay to happen. The important thing is we don't stay there, that we recognize it and we try to change it. So one of the things that I have not excuse me, that I have not fallen behind on this year, unlike I did last year, and I'll probably be doing a mid-year flip through of this next month in June. This is my 2-year happy planner. I made it myself. I'll go more into that when I do the flip through in a couple weeks. But this, I write summaries of all the chapters in the Bible. And I started this last year, and I'm finishing it this year. So, last year I had fallen behind, I think, in the book of, like, Leviticus or something, you know. And at the end of last year, I had to go back and redo those. But this year, I have stayed on this. I have not missed. I've missed days of reading. I've done that. But I haven't missed writing the summary of the chapters I've read so far this year. Praise God. So I've made mistakes, but I have stayed consistent with other things. So recognize where you've been consistent. Sorry about that. Recognize where you've been consistent and where you've been slacking, and where in those areas they need to be improved, and how you can improve on them. Whether it's you gotta cut down your screen time. I know that's my biggest one. Maybe you need to maybe you need to like take foods out of your house that are tempting for you if you're trying to lose weight, or whatever it may be, that is a goal for you that you're not achieving. So that's really important. Like another thing for me, like here in this file cabinet here, I've mentioned in other videos that that's my entire sticker collection. And although I want to do a video of that for you guys, it's turning out to be more challenging than I thought, so I still kind of got to figure that out. But I will do that at some point. So, like, one of my goals this year was to use a lot of those stickers and make that cabinet not so full with stickers and stuff. And I've used some. I definitely have. I've been doing a lot more scrapbooking this year and things like that that have allowed me to use my stickers. But there's still way more in there than I would like to be in there, especially with us being in May. So I gotta get better at that. And the best way I can do that is by doing those, by doing the idea of the projects that I have in my brain to grow my relationship with the Lord, and then using these stickers to decorate it and personalize it, like I did. Where is my? Sorry, I'm looking for something. I guess it's not in that drawer. Sorry about that. Give me one sec. I'm sorry. I don't know what. Oh, here it is. Like in here. This is my prayer reference journal. Again, this is another example of something I'm really behind on. But here at least I have, when I have worked on it, I have at least used some of my stickers and personalized it and made it pretty. So, So I have used some stickers and I have journaled with them and decorated and things like that. But I haven't, I'm not, again, another example of not being where I want to be. So, yeah. So I just wanted to come on and share a video saying it's okay to fall behind when you set goals for yourself. It happens. We're human. We're not perfect. We're flawed. How are we going to bounce back from that? And how are we going to go back to being where we should be? So for me, what are my goals for that? Well, my first goal is to, like I said, to set a timer for my screen time, specifically my screen time when it comes to, like I said, being on social media and watching those videos. Those are my biggest distractions. Yes, I do play games on my phone and things like that, but I want to do my games more at night. I feel like when I'm just kind of relaxing after I have dinner and I'm just watching TV with Justin, that's more when I play my games. So that for me is not a big thing, but it can become one if I'm not careful. My social media and my videos for sure are my biggest issue. So step one, I'm going to start timing how long I watch my videos for. My short little reels on social media. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to set time aside throughout the week. Not every day, but I think there's 7 days in a week. So what I'm kind of thinking is each day of the week I'll focus on one of the projects, I guess is the best way to describe it, that I want to work on. So maybe Monday through Friday I always work on that Bible summary planner, because that is my Bible reading for the year, which I do Monday through Friday. Sometimes I do on the weekends if I miss a day, or if it makes sense. Like for me this week, I'm reading the book of Hosea, and when I originally did the schedule, Hosea would have ended on Monday, next Monday, and I said it doesn't really make sense to just end the book at the beginning of a week. I'll just read Saturday and Sunday, and it'll be done over the weekend, and then I can start a brand new book come Monday. So, so that I do 5 days a week at least, sometimes longer. But as far as my other things, like 1 day a week, I'm gonna start saying, okay, on Mondays I'm gonna work on my prayer reference journal. On Tuesdays, I'm going to work on my ultimate faith planner. On Wednesdays, I'm going to work my prayer planner. I'm not saying that's how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to start to create an idea, a schedule for me to work on other things I have going on that haven't been finished, that I've started and been neglected, or whatever it may be. So maybe that's something you can do. You can look at things you want to achieve, and you can say, what days of the week can I work on this? Mondays are good for me to work on this. Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. I'm fortunate that I get to be home. So to me, there's no reason to... I do things out of my house. I run errands. I have a garden. I do try to make meals for my husband and I once in a while. I do things outside the house, of course. But I am home more often than, out like at a job from 9 to 5. So to me, there's no reason that I shouldn't be taking this time that I have to devote it to the Lord. So that's something I need to improve upon with myself. So yeah, we fall behind. It's okay. It happens. Just see where you fall behind, see what's causing you to fall behind, and try to make the corrections to make that not happen as often. You still stumble, you still fall. I know I will. But I think if I put in different practices and a schedule of when I'm going to work on things and how I'm going to work on them, it'll help me. So yeah. So that's all I wanted to do today. I just kind of wanted to have a little chat with you, kind of let you know where I am, with some of my projects. I've shared some of these in my previous videos. If you'd like to check them out, please go through my channel and find them. Besides, of course, these projects are these projects I do are also not for me just to talk to you guys about them, but to also show them with you to encourage you to build a relationship with Jesus, as well as deepen my relationship with the Lord. And when I'm not doing them, I feel my relationship with the Lord becoming weaker, and I don't want that. I want to grow stronger. So that's why I need to buckle down and really start working on my faith goals. Not just for 2026, but long-term faith goals that I have for myself. So yeah, so I hope that helped. I hope this video encouraged you to say it's okay to stumble. I'm just going to get back up and continue on forward. So I hope that this was encouraging to you. I will hopefully be back next week with another video. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to think of something cerebral palsy related maybe, because I haven't done one of those in a little while. I'm just not really sure what yet, but hopefully something will come to me. So, all that being said, I hope you all have a blessed weekend and week. We'll talk soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here. And if you have any questions or video ideas, please send me an email at thebiblegoal2026@gmail.com. That's thebiblegoal2026@gmail.com. And I'll have that link down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.